Well, it feels down to us, but it looks awesome on TV, apparently.
Right.
Tony, yeah, great result there with the boys' farewell home game.
Thank you. It was, I think, well deserved. We've had a couple of Brisbane aside, a couple of good performances and got little out of them. So, you know, I really wanted the work that they've put in over the last few weeks to be rewarded, and we got that today. And coming off, you know, obviously the pain that they felt last week was put to good use in training, and I'm really pleased for all of them.
What was it that drove them tonight? Because there was a real spring in this game. Was it a reaction? Was it to do with touch, or was it a mixture of everything?
You know, when you get a setback like we had last week, nobody saw it coming. It was a real. It was a car crash. You know, you just don't see it coming to the extent that it did. And obviously we analysed it a little more closely on video. Statistically, it was a decent performance, except the reality was, you know, we were feeling it as it was unravelling. That when we conceded a couple of goals, the resolve just wasn't there. And I think with the short turnaround, with the sort of more expansive style that we've been playing, physically and mentally, they were a little bit shot, and it went the way it did. Tactically, we changed things at training just to reinforce where the accountabilities needed to be. And we worked on that in prep for the game. We worked on it during the game and at half-time to make sure that from the back we were much more proactively trying to put pressure on before problems occurred. And we didn't do that against Brisbane, and tonight we did.
From the back, you mentioned then one of the players that come back from international duty, Storm. How did you assess him? So he playing a lot more bigger tonight?
Yeah, he had a great game. That's his first start since I've been here, and you know, I've been looking forward to seeing. He came back so fresh. You know, I spoke to him in the week after his international trip, and you know, he had a brightness about him. He played 90 minutes for New Zealand, and it was a bit of a no-brainer. I just thought, now's your time, and you know, this style suits him. He's a proactive, attacking fullback, and you know, he supported Fab really well.
Anthony Kallick, that was his first start today, wasn't it?
He was fantastic. He's not a number 9. He's not a striker. He's a attacking midfielder. So you know, without really a first choice number 9, since Dukey left and Matt Simon's been injured, you know, we've had Fitzy in there. We've tried a couple of things, and it was just his training performance over the last 2 weeks has been stunning. And at times, I suppose it was an intuitive choice made late yesterday at the back end of the training session. I just thought it's time, and he showed what capability he's got and what class he's got going forward.
Him and Dean, because there is played without fear. Is that maybe the thing that pleases you most in a big atmosphere?
Absolutely. I said I pulled the front guys aside before the game, and there's nothing. They've got the ability to play quickly. They've got the ability to go 1v1. So, what's actually stopping them really achieving? You know, it's time to play with a lot of courage and do that. And they were great. Deserved everything they got tonight.
Some good signs for next season, then? Some good signs for next season, then?
Yeah, definitely. I think the club needs to, you know, it's a franchise. All of the, I guess, classic things about you can't be relegated. You know, what is it that we stand for? And we're in the entertainment business, and we have to really, as a Mariners club, the smallest club in the league, play with an expansive, risky, adventurous playing style. And if we do that, and look, there's a lot more sophistication to be had. It's a very rudimentary work in progress at the moment, but really good signs. Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation that you'll be at the helm next season.
There is a lot of speculation. You're absolutely right.
It's something you'd like to do?
Look, I'm enjoying it thoroughly at the moment. I think as technical director, it's allowed me to get a first-hand look at the players and to actually live and breathe the first steps of a proactive and entertaining playing style, and it's really enjoyable. It's enjoyable to see. I'm in this for the players and to see the results of their efforts and to see them rewarded and see them feel good. When I came in, they weren't feeling too good about themselves, and that's the bit I'm most pleased with.
Are you going to find it hard to let it go if you do?
I don't think so. I think the club's in a position where the challenges are well read, and I think there's a lot of satisfaction for me in either doing the job or recruiting the right person to do the same job. They have to be aligned in thinking. They have to be prepared to live and breathe what it is that we're trying to do. That's the challenge, and possibly the risk of getting the wrong person is a big risk at this stage.
I suppose like Hush tonight, just a good work and light performance from him. I suppose it's fitting a game like that when you do that.
Yeah, he had a solid game. Him and Monty have both been great since I've been here, and that's been Hutch's career. Sometimes he gets not enough recognition for his ability as well, because he can actually play football. So yeah, I was pleased for him tonight. I think he was out of gas at the end, but young Rosie, who came on, is sort of a natural successor, and he's starting to add the robustness and physicality that he's going to need going forward to actually take that and run with it.
Tony, it seems as though you're starting to play players in their natural positions. That wasn't always the case earlier in this year, and we've heard a lot of reports of an unhappy dressing room. How much work have you had to do to get this up to speed where you've been able to put on a pretty good solid performance like you have tonight?
The first bit, not the easiest bit, but the most critical bit in all of that was to just say, this is how we're going to play football. So act on it. So the mentality to actually act on it. Don't second guess it. Just do what your instincts tell you to do, and we'll coach it if it needs to be coached. But it's been quite a simple process. But it's been a mental process, and Brisbane was a classic. I think there was almost an expectation that we might go back to hang on, we've just been beaten 6-1. I wonder if we're going to take a more cautious approach for the next game, and that's not the way we're going to play football anymore. We're going to put a peg in the ground, and home and away, big teams, small teams, marquee players, whatever, they're going to be up against a team that's going to be, going for it. And the players had an appetite for that. They want to do that. They need to be shown how. There's more sophistication required, but that's the fun bit.
Last question. Tony, what's your view on the sanctions handed out to Perth? Do you think they're appropriate?
It's a difficult one. My only thought is that everybody's affected by a team that's broken the regulations. I think it's a strange choice to say, well, your punishment is that you're going to finish 7th, is a little bit odd. If they've broken the rules, everybody's been against it at some point. Just say, look, no points for the season and move on. But it's not something really I'm too fussed about. Those things should be audited maybe regularly across the board. Pretty sure that the Mariners are not breaking any salary cap rules this season. So, are we Champions League? Are we the Asian champions now? By the way? Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
look at with the chance, we're creating chances, but we're saying the same thing every week. I think difference tonight was, we've been starting games very well in the last month, and always getting on top and getting a goal or creating or being on the front foot for the first 20 or 30 minutes. Today was something a little bit different for us. We started very slow, got caught, got punished, and then grew into the game. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get that goal. We had a lot of momentum, but just couldn't put them away with the final ball or final shot.
You obviously have got everything to play for in the Champions League, but now is this sort of one down the A-League? Is there some element to that with the players? Do you think their eyes are now stronger?
I don't think you could say that. I mean, if you watch the first 10-15 minutes, you might start thinking those things, but I mean, if you watch the way we've played in the A-League in the last month, no one could think that. If you saw the way they responded tonight, you wouldn't believe that either. We gave some young kids a chance again. I mean, we picked up 3 injuries from the last game. Bridgie, Labby, Nikolai out. So one good thing when you lose a game is to walk off and have no injuries. But we also had one leading into the game. Tommy had a sore shoulder today. So he's got a sore shoulder, So we'll see how well he can recover next week. We'll make sure we get the necessary scans, and we'll see. We'll see how he goes. We know he's a very quick healer.
How much do you think the close turnaround of games has affected the players' performance of playing games every 3 days?
I think that they've had it since November, 3 games a week, so they've had it for a very long time. I think the effort's there. I know they're not at their maximum where we want them to be, but we're still performing well enough. But the pivotal moments are not happening for us, and we got punished early on and couldn't recover, unfortunately. Now, if we weren't creating, I'd be worried. But Alisson Fofana played, Kuzminovski played, young Jonathan Aspro take out that first 10 minutes. He was so calm and assured in the second half, which is really pleasing. Shane DeCunha gets a debut. So there are a lot of positives moving forward for next year, but we still want to finish the season on a high in the A-League, and we'll do the best we can. And we've got a huge game on Tuesday, and at the moment we've got to make sure that we've got 11 fit players for that game, and that's what we're trying to do.
Those young faces you talk about, have you seen enough of them to suggest that they could be central figures next year?
Well, I think with Jonathan, you'd like to think that with a pre-season with the first team, that the boy can only get stronger. Kuzminovski had a year off with an ACL and has come in, started with the youth team like Jonathan, and now he's starting to get some game time. And tonight, probably physically, is probably the best he's looked whenever he's come on. So that's a positive. Alisson gave everything he had, looked dangerous, should have scored in the first half, which probably would have been great for him. So look, you can never. I don't like to. It's difficult to say a kid has a good game and now he's going to make it in football. It doesn't go like that. We all know that, and there's a long way to go for these kids. We certainly hope that the kids that we're bringing through can be the backbone of our club one day. Will it be these boys? Time will tell.
What do you want to get over the next 2 A-League games?
6 points. I'd love to get 6 points. I think it'd be great to put on the performances we have. And apart from the start, I thought we were good again tonight. But we need to transfer that into points. And I want our fans to go home happy for a change. They're there in numbers again. They're vocal throughout. They're tremendous fans that we've got. And I'd love to send them home happy in the league. And on the Tuesday night as well against Antlers, we want to make sure, we give ourselves a chance of progressing in this great competition.
Does it affect things happening now? Does that affect the ACL campaign at all? I mean, obviously you're still in it, still a good chance of going through. Does it have any bearing?
I don't think it does, no. Oh, you mean in terms of the results, or?
Oh, just overall, and the players' mentality, I guess, probably more than anything.
Oh, no, I don't think we haven't had a problem with their mentality. Problem we've had is trying to get the same group of players to back up week after week, and if you average 2 to 3 players a game coming off injured or losing them in the first half, it makes it difficult. So I don't think the mentality is a problem. I haven't seen it, and I don't see it in their performances. We don't train much, so I can't say I see it in the training sessions, but certainly in the performances in games, I don't see it. I thought against FC Seoul, they were fantastic in the first half. So you can see a lot of good signs, but unfortunately, we haven't had enough continuity to maybe be able to back that up week after week. But, you know, the signs are there, and, you know, we definitely haven't given up in the ACL. We have a real shot of going through.
Does it salvage, maybe not the whole A-League season, but is it at least if you can get through that second round, does that ease some of the pain of what has happened in the A-League season?
Of course it would. Of course it would. You know, it's been a tough season ever since November, since we won the ACL. And we have a lot of pride, and, you know, we want to finish the A-League season on a high, but the ACL is huge, and if we can get through to that next round, it's not easy to do, whether you're doing well in the A-League or not. It's not easy to get through, and it's a tough group, but, you know, I believe we'll go through.
Last question. A-League refereeing standards.
Oh, look, you know, that's been spoken about in general. I think, I don't know if it was
You feel very frustrated tonight.
I don't know if it was his first game or not. I don't know, but you know, I think he had a very tough night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.